Vroom!
Zoom.
Welcome to Anime!
Honey, this is an F1 podcast. Welcome to 17 to 1. My name's Julia, and I know a lot about F1.
My name's Maddie, and I know about 5%, maybe 3, depending on what my brain remembers.
And this year, we're going to be getting that number all the way up to 100. To start, we're going to be quizzing Maddie on some basic F1 terms.
Okay.
Question 1. Who won the Drivers' Championship last year? Starting you easy.
The year of 2024.
Yes, the year of 2024.
We're talking about the World Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen, right? Not the mechanics.
Yeah.
I was about to honestly say full chest. McLaren.
Excellent. That was my follow-up question. Which team won the championship? And you got both correct. So shout out to you. I don't have a point system for you. I guess I should probably keep a tally. We're currently 2 for 2. Question number 3, technically. How many drivers are there?
Are we talking including rookies and reserve drivers?
No. Just how many actually are in a car driving around the track?
Well, if you're talking about how many are in a car, there's one person in a car.
Maddie, how many cars go around the track?
I'm trying to remember from the races that I have seen. I know it's obviously more than 10. And each team has 2. I want to say...
Yeah, so if you can remember how many teams there are, this becomes a lot easier.
Well, I know I was really proud of Zhou Guanyu for going up to from 15th to 12th, so I know there's more than 15.
Yep.
I want to say there's 20.
Yes, there are. We are 3 for 3.
Yay!
So if there's 20 drivers, how many teams does that make?
10.
Yes.
Was that question 4?
That was question 4. Of those 10 teams, how many of them can you name?
Okay. Is it okay if I write them off on the side too?
Yep.
So number 1, for my sake, we got McLaren. Number 2, Red Bull. Sorry, I'm writing them down so I don't Williams.
Yeah.
Ferrari. That's where my new boy is. Well, not my new boy, but that's where my boy is.
Yes.
Ferrari. Kicks Saber, which will soon become Cadillac.
It's becoming Audi.
Okay. Becoming Audi. They will be adding Cadillac, but that's not there yet.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. So McLaren, we got Oscar. Because I know there's more, but this is like, I gotta put the face, because I know the people, but sometimes it helps me, like Williams. We now have Carlos, so I'm just gonna put Carlos there. We got Carbonera, Joe. Sorry, Lewis. Sorry, Charles.
Joe is now the face of Ferrari.
Yes, which I don't know any of the new drivers on Kick, so I'm gonna put Bottas. Speaking of Bottas, I will also be putting down Mercedes because he's the new reserve driver. I did find out that info. Actually, I don't remember if he released that information, but
yeah, it's official.
But like, I don't know when he was when the season was ending, if he had announced it. I know he announced it recently.
Yeah.
Okay, back on track. Mercedes, Lance Stroll. Oh shoot. Aston Martin.
Yes.
Aston Martin. V-Carb. Yuki. Emily Lawson. Get out of my way. Okay, Ferrari. Oh, Alpine. The French
Yep.
Civil War. I'm trying to like
One
think
more.
of not me out here being like I got to go through all of them. Okay. So I'm going by grid places. So we got Max, usually Oscar, Carlos, Charles, Lando, McLaren, Red Bull, Williams, Ferrari. Because I know once you tell me if I give up, I'm gonna be like, I knew it. Kit
Mm-hmm.
Sauber, Mercedes, Ashton. Oh, it's Hulkenberg. House or um HAAS.
Yes, Haas.
Oz.
House.
Oh, see, I knew it. Look, and I even wrote everything down.
I'm so proud of you. All right. Next question. This is a two-part question, and one part of it is going to be very easy, but the other part might be more difficult for you to remember because you weren't really paying attention to F1. So there were two drivers that were replaced last season. Who were
Liam?
they?
No, not Liam. I know he was on Logan Sargent, and Sergio Perez. No, Danny Ricciardo. Well,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. I
I
didn't know if you would remember Logan because that happened like I don't think that we were talking to you that much about it at the time.
I remember seeing it a lot in the chat, as well as I don't know why when I look at Logan, he just screams America. Like
Yep,
he gives Captain America vibes to me.
he does. Next question. There are 3 US races. Where are they?
Okay, Las Vegas
Yes.
for sure cuz I that's when I finally started watching around those races. Can Canada count?
Canada does not count.
Off the record, people who are listening or watching, I am well aware Canada is not part of the United States. Joke.
Don't listen to her. She's a hot-blooded American male, and she thinks that every North American country belongs to America.
That's true.
Do you want a hint?
No, Texas.
Where in Texas?
Are you kidding me? Austin.
Yes. Yeehaw.
I remember that one because we talked about possibly going.
Yep.
I don't know if I think the third one I definitely have not been in it.
Yeah, it's towards the beginning of the year, so it would not.
Australia.
No. It took me a second to remember what the question was and then realize you were joking.
Um, give me a hint.
L- Lando got his first win there this year. I don't actually know if that helps you at all.
It doesn't, but good. Go,
Okay.
go, Lando. Go, buddy.
I was like, you might have seen an edit about it because I see lots of edits about it, but
The one where he broke the trophy.
no, that was Max's trophy in Hungary in 2023.
Funny.
RIP. I guess a better hint would be it is also in the southern part of the United States.
Well, it's not in Georgia because I definitely think I would have known that. Southern part. South Carolina and North Carolina got nothing going there. No offense.
Think more south.
Florida. Don't ask me where. I don't know where.
Where, Maddie? I need to know the city.
You didn't. That wasn't part of the question. The question was only where are the 3 places.
Fine. I'm gonna give you half credit because I gave you hints.
Okay, let me wait, okay, if I can guess where, will you give me full credit?
Sure.
I know Naples is a retirement place, so not there. Orlando.
No. What's the other major tourist destination?
I don't know. I don't
Miami, man.
All right, I'll take half a point. Ugh.
I know this is really marring your spotless record so far.
Don't say that because I've been doing well with the little information I have under my belt. Going
You're
going
doing great.
go so
You're
going
even
over
providing a lot of information that I didn't think you would know, like Cadillac being a team next year.
I listen. I might not always reply, but I listen and I read.
I'm so proud of you. You know how to read.
It's really hard.
Next question. This one is also a very easy one. What color is McLaren?
Orange.
Specifically, what color orange?
Apricot.
No, it's a different fruit.
Yeah.
Yes. Papaya, papaya.
Papaya.
Okay, who is the oldest driver?
The war criminal.
Yeah.
I had his name on the tip of my like when I was writing. Oh shoot. It's not Fernando. I don't think it's Fernando. It's something
Yes, it
Fernando
is.
Alonso.
Yes.
Our grandpa, our old man.
Our dearly beloved war criminal.
You know, he gained a spot in my book, in all honesty, when we were watching the Brazil race. And it was so rough out there. And he's driving and he's like, my back hurts, but I'm going to finish this race for the mechanics and all the work that they've done. And I was like, I don't know much about you. I don't know if you're a good person, but like, you kind of earned a spot in my book for that.
Yeah. That was really sweet. We love Fernando. Good old Nando.
Even though he's a war criminal.
Even though he's a war criminal, his rebranding has been incredible. All right, so if Fernando is the oldest driver, who is the youngest driver?
Are we talking about the non rookies?
Including. So I will
Oh,
accept two answers here. If you know who the youngest is from 2024, that's fine. If you know who the youngest is from, like, if we're adding in the rookies, I will also count that.
I almost want to say Ollie Behrman is the youngest out of the rookies.
He's very, very close. He's a year older than the youngest.
Kimmy gives youngest then.
Yep.
Kimmy Antonelli. Okay.
Kimmy Antonelli.
Kimmy Kimchi.
Little
I was gonna say at least those two, like out of the few that I've seen with the rookies, they just give youngest vibes.
Yeah.
Our little cub, our little bear cub.
They're children. They're literally children still.
I want to try the 2024 line. Let's see. I know Max is our age, so that's not okay. Lando is younger. Oscar is younger. So Carlos is not it. Charles is our age. So I would say I probably look in the realm of. I know it's not. Aha! I'm gonna write it down because Max, and then Sergio, which is no. Sergio even looks. I would say it would be right now. I'm looking at Lando and Oscar, Charles and Carlos, which is a no. Um, Joe and Botas. Joe is young, but he's not the youngest. I know that much. Botas is kind of like his mentor, little wingman guy. You have Yuki and Danny, which then turned to. Would you be including Liam in this? In this
Yes.
24?
I wasn't, to be honest with you, but I probably should because he was around for a decent portion of it.
Okay, then I'll do so Yuki, Danny. So I would say Yuki and Danny are not it. But there is a chance that Liam could be within the 2024 circuit that we had. Williams, we have Pierre Ocon. Ocon looks like it kind of an old man, so I'm gonna say no to Ocon. I want to say Pierre might be our age or younger, but I don't think he would be the youngest. Ashton is just fully out. Ashton, I'm not even gonna consider Ashton. House, I only know Hulkenberg. I don't think I know the other person who's with him, but I don't think he is. I think House is out.
Haas.
I think Hawes is out. What did I have for Mercedes? Oh, George and Lewis. Um, I kind of want to say it's either Oscar. I think Oscar.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know because Liam came on later in the scene. Like he was probably reserve driver, but they brought him on. Or is it Land? No, I think Oscar. Because I remember you talking about ages a little bit. And I know sometimes when you talk about Lando, where you talk about his age, I'm going to lock in Oscar.
Okay, so I will say that originally I was not accounting for Liam at all, in which case the answer was Oscar. But if you do account for Liam, who was around for the second half of the season, Liam is younger than Oscar by a
I should have
year.
gone with Liam because he came in later on the scene. That meant he was a little bit younger. Let's take Liam out. Take Liam out and put Danny in.
Okay.
I still narrowed it down to the two correct people, depending on which way you look at it.
You did. You did indeed. And after Oscar, I'm pretty sure it's. No. I actually don't know who comes after Oscar.
Wouldn't it be Liam then?
I mean, who's like older than Oscar? Like, who's next? If it goes Liam, Oscar.
I feel like it would maybe be Lando and Alex.
Alex is
Our age.
older than us. He's
Oh.
96. And I'm going to say that hesitantly because I don't
I'm telling
actually
you,
know.
Asians don't raisin.
Yep. He is 1996.
I think the second oldest would be, or well, above Oscar. I think that would be Lando.
See, I was going to say that, but then I forgot that it is. Pause. No.
Are you
Let's
gonna tell
see.
me that
Yuki
Joe is
and Lando
possible?
are both 2000.
Okay.
I guess if Yuki is May 2000 and Lando is November 2000, that makes Lando younger.
What about Joe? No,
Joe
Joe's like
Guan is 99, so he is older. So yeah, I think after Oscar, it goes Lando, Yuki, etc.
Joe Guan Yu. That's my boy.
A lot of those ages get kind of like
Murky.
murky for me. I'm like, you're either a fetus or you're my age or you're older than me.
Seriously. I
Those
still
are
think
the three.
the full point and a half because I did really well.
A point and a half?
Yes.
Okay, not gonna lie, that will get rid of my half point conundrum right now, which I kind of like. It'll get me back into the even number territory. Next question. Who is going to be George Russell's teammate this year?
Not Franco.
Not Franco.
George Russell is on Mercedes. I don't Carlos and Carbonara.
Yep.
Lewis and Charles. Max is with Liam. Yuki is who is Yuki with?
How do you stay focused?
No, this is how I'm trying because I'm like, if I know who is with who, then like it narrows it down for me. But I
That's
don't know
fair.
where a lot of the rookies went. I know, and the thing is, I don't know a lot of the other rookies. I've heard about them. I know there's Kimmy. I know there's Little Cub, and I know they're not reserve drivers. So I almost want to say it's between one of those two. But then it also might be one of the rookies that I don't know their names. I don't even know their face.
That's true. No, that would be a hint.
Are you gonna say I know their face? That'd be a huge hit.
I believe the
George,
bid.
something is telling me to go with Kimmy, but I'm also like, but what if it's Little Cub? I know Little Cub was like repping the red for a while, which is really funny because he's so tall. He's anything but little.
I know, but he's just a baby.
He fell asleep on the tires. Ollie Behrman. I don't know
Told
why.
you, little Oli Bearman.
Too much for little Ollie Behrman. Ah, I
Final
know.
answer.
Oh, fine. Kimmy. Kimmy Antonelli.
Yes.
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 Woo!
You got it. I know. I was like, I kept this answer to one that because I know that there's some of the rookies that you don't know. The one that you were looking for, Yuki's teammate, is Isaac Hajar, and then
Heard that name
you
thrown around.
also don't know Gabriel Bortoletto, who's going to be with Nico Hulkenberg at Steak Sauber, and then Ollie is at Haas with Esteban Ocon. And then the other Ricky you probably don't know a lot about is Jack Doohan, who is at Alpine now with.
I have heard his name floating around now that you say. I don't know his face, but I know the name.
Yeah. Next question. Who has the most championships?
Lewis Hamilton.
Yes. We were about to be very canceled if you didn't know that one.
I remember that going around, and then I think the radios and stuff being like he was going for his eighth one. If he had won it in 2024, but Max took it.
Yeah. Well, 2021 was the year that he was in contention, but yeah.
I don't know. I remember seeing the number 8 floating around here and there.
Yes, he's chasing the elusive 8th.
That actually would be kind of cool.
It would be cool. I need Charles to win first, though. Then Lewis can win another one.
I need villain Charles era. I need Charles to put himself first.
Same. We're in an era of self-love, Charles.
I think his teamwork is fan-frickin-tastic. But when push comes to shove, it goes to show you that even though you're on a team, sometimes you got to be out for yourself.
What is the purpose of a safety car?
To make sure no one's pulling any stupid stunts. To make sure that if there's like something on the road or if someone is injured, that they can slow the other drivers down and go at a speed where they can clear off the road, or the person who needs help can get the help that they need without the medics or whatever getting hit.
Meow, meow, meow.
And to look really adorable. I want to drive that safety car so bad.
The safety car is our unsung hero.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It really, and they're just so cute. They're so many. They're like The only time a car can be in front of Max Verstappen and not be afraid.
Facts. All right.
Yes.
I'm almost out of questions. I promise.
Okay.
All right. What is pole position?
Shoot. It's like first place. You're just in the top lead. You're like, vroom, vroom, I get to be first. Woohoo. It's like being first without being first.
Okay, first for what? What does it make you first for?
The semifinals? The finals?
There are no what? There are no semifinals
On the grid. There are semifinals. The quarterfinals.
What?
Wait, no, pole. Placement. He's on pole. He's set to lead.
Yes, it is when you start in the first position for the race.
I knew it. I was right. I'm
That's
so
what you were trying to say, and I'll be nice and give it to you.
It's like first without being first. What is wrong with that example?
All right, then tell me this. How is pole position and the rest of the starting lineup, how is that decided?
Doing the sprint races? No!
No.
Yeah, it's like the fastest times and they're sprint races.
It does have to do with their fastest times, but it's not in a sprint race. You're confusing that with something else. They need to get the fastest time in blank.
The race that happens on Friday.
It happens on Saturday.
You got a race on Friday, you got a race on Saturday, you got the finals on Sunday.
No.
What do you mean, though? That's how I've always looked at it. There's been a race on Friday, there's been a race on Saturday to determine where everyone goes on Sunday.
There's no race on Friday. Put that out there right at the start. Full stop.
Oh my God, there's always been a race on Friday.
There's no race on Friday. They do practice on Friday and Saturday.
They're still driving.
And then on Saturday, they have qualifying, which determines where they start in the race on Sunday. Sometimes, where you're getting confused, is sometimes they have sprint races on Saturday too. But that's not every weekend. It's only some weekends.
Then what is the difference between the qualifying and the sprint race? Or what is the point of a sprint race?
What is the point of a sprint race? That's a different question. Sprint race. A sprint race is just like a mini race. So you have the qualifying and then you have your sprint race. You know, everybody lines up and then they do, 19 or 20 laps instead of like the full 50 or 60 or whatever. It's just a small race.
So I totally knew that. So yeah, qualifying. That's when it happens.
And then qualifying is when they go out and they're not racing against each other. They're just trying to set the fastest lap time.
I'm not gonna lie. I do believe I've only seen qualifying like twice.
And yeah, that's why I saved this question for last. I knew you were going to have a hard time with it.
Each time I've seen it too, I've asked you and our other friend, is this the sprint race? And both of you have been like, no.
No.
But yeah, that's totally what I meant. Qualifying race is when it happens. Easy. Easy peasy.
Sure. You did not get that question correct.
I mean, I got the poll question correct.
Did you?
Yes! I told you it's like first place without being first right away.
The semi-finals.
Okay. I knew what I was talking about. I'm sure other people could figure it out.
Sure, I gave you that one. This last one you did not get correct, though.
Pole is like being in the middle lane at the start of a swim race.
I'm gonna pretend I know what that means. Yes, it's exactly like that.
The middle lane is always the fastest lane in swimming.
Okay, then yes. Except sometimes, interestingly enough, the pole position is not the best place to start the race.
Sometimes the middle lane is not the best place to be in either. Usually, more often than not, it depends on how it stacks up with the heats. But obviously, the middle lane is the best because as you move out and if you are ahead, then you start creating waves that go through. And then if you're at the end lanes, you're battling against all those other waves.
Interesting. Never thought about it before.
Yeah. Swimming's wild. It's the only sport you get yelled at not to breathe. Well, maybe you'd be yelled at not to breathe in a race car too.
Yeah, they're not
But
really supposed to be breathing sometimes.
yeah, so I don't think I ever found another sport where you're yelled at not to breathe.
Wow, swimmers, F1 drivers, not breathing.
Literally, no. Growing up, my coach, if I'd breathe at the wrong time, he'd yell at me to stop breathing.
All right, so to tally up, Maddie got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus your 2 half points, which equal 9 out of 10 questions correct. Unfortunately, you did miss a question, which means you get no prize. But I will still offer you my undying love and devotion.
It's
It's not much, but it's something.
I thought you said I'd still get a prize because I did so well.
No.
I did so much better than either of us expected.
This is not, I don't give out participation trophies, Maddie. What do you think this is? A youth soccer tournament?
Damn, this
Be
is
real.
how my inferiority complex started. It's happening again.
Oh no, the traumatic childhood memories are rushing in.
Oh, fine. I'll just get a 10 out of 10 next time.
That's the right spirit.
You gotta come prepared with these questions though next time.
I know, I really softballed you this time. I was like, we'll start her off easy. I did have a question on here. If you want a chance for bonus points, um, if you can name every driver for this season.
For 2025 season?
Okay, I'll make it easier. For 2024, if you can name every single driver from
Okay, I got this.
2024.
Okay.
This includes including the two that were kicked out, that were replaced.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to start one. We got the Red Bull team and we have Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. Sorry, I also need to write this down. 2. We're going Ferrari, which now houses my boy. And that is Charles and Carlos. C squared.
C
3.
squared.
McLaren Papaya team. We got Oskland.
Yes.
Oscar and Lando.
Their name is Landoscar, but sure. Oskland.
Oskland is so much better. And you know what's better than that? Carlando. No hate to Lando and Oscar together. They are a dream team together. I just like Carlando, just like I like Carbonara. And I'm talking about Alex and Carlos, not the actual Carbonara, though I do like that. Then we have Williams. We got Alex. And Logan. and then moved to Franco.
Yes. Very nice.
Thank you. I was ready to skip that, but I was also like, it is in the back of my mind. So if I skip it, there's a high chance I will not be able to remember it. V carb. This one's easy. We got Yuki. We got Danny Rick, Athlete Sweat, Kiki. And then and then we have Liam. 6, Alpine. We got Ocon and Pierre. The Civil War is over. 7, Ashton Martin. We have Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll. Fernando, our war criminal, and Lance. 8, we got House. Haas. I'll get there. And if it wasn't for, see, I listen. Despite what people think, I listen. We got Kevin Magnussen and Hulkenberg.
Yeah, you're really benefiting off the fact that we talked about some of these earlier.
I listen. I know I do not always come across as listening and being a little bit spacey in my own head, but I know things.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Kick Sauber, Bottas, and Joe. 10. And of course, Mercedes. And we're ending it strong with a Lewis Hamilton and a George Russell. I think that bonus point should count. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Do I get a prize now?
Sure. What do you want your prize to be?
I don't know.
All right. Well, you have until we meet in June to tell me what you want your prize to be.
Buy me food or buy me a box from Pop Mart. Buy me a Bakugo figurine. Actually, wait, no. I think depending on how many of these podcasts we get done or the quizzes that we do within the time frame, if I can get like a 10 out of 10 out of like 5 quizzes, I deserve like an anime figurine.
Okay.
So like build up to it.
So I'm going to write this down. If you get 10 out of 10 on at least 5 quizzes between now and June, I will get you an anime figurine of your choice.
Okay.
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 Is that counting this one as one of the 5?
Yes.
Damn it.
Don't worry. Like you said, you softballed this, so I am terrified to see what the other ones are. So I'm really gonna have to go watch your PowerPoint.
I'm gonna start pulling out the like toxic male. Maddie, who is the F1 world champion in 1988? And you're gonna be like,
I'm gonna, because the thing is too, I'm gonna have to really start watching or rewatching the races as well, because I will let you, if you want, you could take questions from that. It could even be so much as Charles Leclerc lost his position. What did he say on the radio? That's a little specific, actually. No.
Thank you all for listening. This has been 17 to 1. See you next time.
Bye.